It's sharp 9 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, our session will commence. Shall we all rise?
I now call this 38th regular session to order.
Let us all bow our heads in prayer. Gracious God, we thank you for your mercy and the opportunity to serve. We recognize that all wisdom comes from you, and your guidance leads us forward. As we begin our regular session, enlighten our minds and strengthen our resolve. Help us to make sound decisions that reflect honesty and concern for others. Bless our efforts today and allow our work to bring growth to our community. We lift this prayer to you with trust and gratitude. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, helas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magtitingin, lupa ng araw ng walhagit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Recitation of panunpa ng katapatan sa watawat. May we have Honorable Baitus.
Taas natin ang ating tamang kamay at sabay-sabay natin bigkasin ang panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Ng sakot at bato, naglayang isang dugo ng Pilipino. Iba't ibang tribong pinanggalingan di hadlang sa pagtaguyod ng matibay na mamamayan. Mula mundo isang biyaya, likas na mayaman, lupain ay masagana, bigyang pugay ang bawat lumikha ng tagumpay, sa hirap at ginhawa kami kaagapan. Polomolok tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Hawak kamay, pagtibayin ating katungkulan, ipagpunit, isisigaw sa buong sanlibutan. Polomolok tahanan ng manggagawa, polomolok tahanan ng mga bayani, Muslim, katutubo at mga Kristiyano, kabit-bisig sa pagunlad ang siyang minimiti. Ipagbuti bawat tangkay, taas mo, iwagaybay, Panginoon, tanging naman, bawat pagtahaw, itong buhay. Polomolok tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Hawak kamay, pagtibayin ating katungkulan, ipagpunit, isisigaw sa buong sambayanan. Ipagpunit, isisigaw sa buong sanlibutan.
For the recitation of the Councilor's Creed, may we have Honorable Falcon.
Fellow councilors, please raise your right hand and recite the councilor's creed.
I am a Philippine councilor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that without the natural welfare of my constituents, in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity, I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official acts, and as I tread the broad face of local legislation, may the Almighty guide me in my heart, that I shall prove to my constituents and to the Philippine people, so help me God.
Second for the roll call.
Session is our Municipal Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, who by virtue of a travel order issued series of 2026, which contains the subject authority to travel abroad, to Honorable Florence Bansuelo Carlos, Municipal Vice Mayor, this municipality, date March 31, 2026. This authority to travel abroad is hereby granted to Honorable Florence Bansuelo Carlos, Municipal Vice Mayor of the Municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato, to attend the inception workshop of the Women's Political Leadership Program from April 23, 2026 to May 8, 2026, which will be conducted at Stockholm, Sweden. Please be informed that this travel is considered official. Issued this first day of March 2026, signed Honorable Bernie de Palencia, Municipal Mayor. And by virtue of his travel abroad, our Municipal Vice Mayor issued a Memorandum Order number 2026-17 to Honorable John Edward Lumayag, Sangguniang Bayan member, this municipality, Officer in charge. You are hereby designated as the OIC Vice Mayor effective April 22, 2026 until May 8, 2026, or until the Municipal Vice Mayor shall have resumed office. In view of the official business travel of the Vice Mayor, which will require her absence for more than 2 weeks, the next in line of succession shall assume the role of the OIC Vice Mayor during the said period. This is to ensure the continuous and efficient delivery of services and uninterrupted performance of the duties and functions of the office of the Vice Mayor. As the OIC, you are hereby authorized to perform the functions and attached to the office, as well as in attending meetings and conferences on my behalf. For your information and guidance, signed Honorable Flores Bansuelo Carlos, Municipal Vice Mayor. So therefore, Councilor Lumayag is our OIC Vice Mayor until our municipal vice mayor or the regular presiding officer shall have returned from her foreign travel. So, also absent is Councilor Salada, who is on special leave, and also Councilor Amor, who is plain absent, and Councilor Costas on forced leave. So there are 4 members absent, Madam Presiding, Mr. Presiding, but the number of present is still 8 members.
Before we proceed, we are in quorum. So before we proceed, may we have nomination for temporary presiding officer? Yes, Honorable Orbisido.
Good morning, everyone, and to all everybody in this hall. It is my honor to nominate the sitting acting vice mayor to preside this morning session, and until do we need to ngayon lang? Okay, for this morning session. Kala ko kasama na yung
Thank you, Honorable Orbisido. Sec, let's proceed with the next order of business.
For our reading and consideration of the previous minutes, we have not yet completed the minutes, but we will be presenting the same by next regular session, as well as the session or the minutes of this morning session. For the privilege hour and question hour, we don't also have privilege speech calendared, and nobody did signify to avail of the privilege hour. So we'll proceed to the first reading and referral of proposed measures or communications. Number one, these are communications from the Office of the Municipal Mayor. Letter A, dated April 2026. This is to certify the urgency of authorizing the local chief executive to enter into, execute, and sign a MOA with the designated event supplier for the upcoming Polomolok Trail Run, scheduled on September 5 to 6, 2026. It is imperative that this agreement be finalized immediately due to the following reasons. 1. Market competition and scheduling. Several other marathon and running events organized by various running groups and enthusiasts are scheduled on dates very close to or exactly the same as our target date. Number 2, strategic marketing and registration. To ensure the success and maximum participation of the activity, it is vital to launch promotional materials and open registration as early as possible. Early advertisement will give our event a competitive advantage and to allow us to secure participants before they commit to other conflicting events. The total estimated cost of this event is 150,000 pesos, which shall be charged against the support to Polomolok Festival, Polomolok Trail Run for calendar year 2026. In view of the foregoing, your favorable consideration and immediate approval of this request is earnestly requested. Signed by our Honorable Mayor, Bernie de Palencia.
We will take this as one of the urgent matters.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And letter B is dated April 23, 2026. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Development Council has endorsed for approval the Supplemental Annual Investment Program or AIP number 2 for calendar year 2026 amounting to 751,468,000 pesos. This supplemental program reflects the municipality's commitment to align resources with priority projects and emerging needs, ensuring that development initiatives remain responsive, transparent, and beneficial to the community. In view of the foregoing, the understand respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution approving the Supplemental Annual Investment Program AIP number 2 for calendar year 2026 amounting to 751,468,000 pesos. Attached herewith are the pertinent documents for review and consideration. Signed by our Municipal Mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia.
We will take this as one of the urgent matters also, Sec.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And Letter C is dated April 23, 2026. Dear ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the resolutions issued by the Municipal Development Council or MDC during its meeting held on April 1, 2026, the following measures were formally adopted. Resolution number 1, series of 2026. Resolution number 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of current series. Accordingly, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of the following resolutions. 1. Resolution adopting the reversion of project from 20% Local Development Fund of 2026, construction of covered court at Purok Patulungin, Barangay Magsaysay, to construction of covered court at Purok Pag-asa, Barangay Magsaysay, amounting to 2,500,000 pesos. And a resolution adopting the reversion of project from 20% Local Development Fund of 2026, construction of solar-powered water system at Purok 2, Barangay Polo, to road concreting at Purok 1, Barangay Polo, amounting to 4 million pesos. And a resolution adopting the reversion of project from 20% Local Development Fund of 2026, installation of powered elevator, Polomolok General Hospital, amounting to 9 million pesos, to construction of public terminal at National Highway, Barangay Glamang, 3 million. Improvement of Municipal Plaza and Barangay Poblacion, 4 million. And road concreting at Purok San Miguel, Barangay Poblacion, 2 million pesos. And lastly, a resolution adopting the reversion of the project from 20% Local Development Fund of 2026, debt servicing, heavy equipment, interest expense 2023, 2024, 2025, amounting to 3 million, to construction of road concreting with line canal at Public Cemetery, Barangay Siloy 8, 1 million, and construction of pavilion at Public Cemetery, Barangay Siloy 8, 2 million pesos. Attached herewith are the pertinent documents and resolutions for review and consideration, signed by our municipal mayor.
Since there is also a request that this would be taken up as urgent, what is the pleasure of the chairman of the Committee on Finance? Should we refer this to the committee first? Honorable Jovero.
Hello. Okay, thank you, Mr. Presiding. Actually, all this subject matter was taken during our MDC meeting last week. So I think there's no need for us to submit this as an urgent matter. We'll just consider this as urgent matter into decision.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Jovero. Sec, we'll take this as one of the urgent matters also.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And number 2 is fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Palkan. And this is followed by calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of Barangays Bintong and Cannery Site.
Number 2, we will refer this to the Committee on Finance and Barangay Affairs. The lead committee will be the Committee on Finance. Number 3, we will refer this to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development as well as Committee on Finance. The lead committee will be the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. Thank you.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And number 4 is application for accreditation of the following NGOs: Glamang Communal Irrigators Association Incorporated and Police Hotline Movement Incorporated.
We will refer this to the Committee on Cooperatives and Associations. Thank you.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And lastly, we have a copy of trial balance of Special Education Fund as of March 31, 2026.
This is just for information. Next, Sec.
And for the committee reports, this morning we have 4 reports calendared. First of which is the report of the Committee on Finance, joint report of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Committee on Barangay Affairs, subject fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Cannery Site, followed by the joint report also from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Committee on Youth and Sports Development, subject calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of Barangay Siluay 8.
Thank you, Honorable Lavero.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Presiding. This is a 20th Joint Committee report, last April 28, 2026, from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation and Committee on Barangay Affairs. Subject, the fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Cannery Site. Fact and findings, the above measures was referred to in committees for review and proper actions on April 21, 2026. The Joint Committee held a meeting on April 22, 2026 at 8 in the morning at SB Session Hall, SB Building, this municipality. For the consideration of the above mentioned measures and was attended by the Joint Committee members and the barangay officials of Barangay Cannery Site of this municipality. Upon deliberation, the Joint Committee found the following facts: that the Barangay Cannery Site has an annual budget amounting to 47,054,247, which was sourced from shares of National Tax Allocation or NDA, is 32,022,482. Shares on real property tax is 13,800,000. Registration fee, 71,600. Community tax, 290,000. Clearance and certification fee, 434,890. Tax on quarry, gravel and other quarries product, 33,000. Garbage fee, 330,000. And other service income, 61,000. Fines and penalty service income, 4,000. Rent income, 3,000. And other business income is 4,275, with a total amount of 47,054,247. The formation budget was appropriated as follows. The personal services or PS is 12,857,650. The MOA or maintenance of other operating expenses is 2,934,063 and 55 centavos. The capital outlay is 400,000. 20% community development fund is 6,404,486 and 40 centavos. The 10% Sangguniang Bayan, Sangguniang Kabataan is 4,705,424 and 73 centavos. The 5% bedroom fund is 2,354,712 and 35 centavos. The basic services and facility program, 17,399,900, with a total of 47,554 and 247 pesos. Recommendations. With the foregoing consideration, the committee hereby recommends the following: to adopt this committee report and to pass resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Cannery Site, Polomolok South, Cotabato, amounting to 47,054,247 pesos, and to send this copy of resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget to the Barangay Cannery Site, to the Commission on Audit and Municipal Accounting and the concerned barangay. To take this urgent to the session, Mr. Presiding, prepared by Honorable Elisar Ziobero, the Chairman of Committee on Finance and Budget and Appropriation, and concurred with yours truly, the Chairman of the Committee on Barangay Affairs, Honorable Calixto Salada, Vice Chairman on Committee on Finance and Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Antonio Octobio, Vice Chairperson Committee on Barangay Affairs, Honorable Joe R. Espalcon, members Committee on Finance and Budget and Appropriation, and member also on the Committee on Barangay Affairs. Honorable Jerome Y. Ante, members of Barangay Affairs. Honorable Ligaya R. Obresido, member Committee on Finance and Budget and Appropriation. Honorable Bilibert C. Baitus Jr., member of Committee on Finance and Barangay Budget and Appropriation, and Honorable Dave M. Amor, members of Committee on Barangay Affairs. I so move, Mr. Presiding.
Thank you, Honorable Buntuyan. The said report is now adopted, and we will take it as one of the urgent matters in today's session.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And the next report is from the Committee on Social Services and Senior Citizens Affairs. Subject communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, dated October... I skip it.
Number 2, SK. Who will report? Who will report for in behalf of Honorable Costas? Honorable Orbisido?
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, and good morning also to my colleagues in this hall. This 14th June committee report coming from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and also Committee on Youth and Sports Development. The subject of which is calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of Barangay Silway 8. Facts and findings. The above subject matter was referred to the herein undersigned joint committees for the review and proper action on March 17, 2026 during the 32nd regular session of the 20th Sangguniang Bayan. The joint committees conducted a meeting on April 15, 2026 at the session hall of the Sangguniang Bayan building to discuss matters concerning the proposed budget. Present during the meeting were the members of the committee together with the SK Council of Barangay Silway 8, headed by the SK Chairperson, Honorable Siniel Sli Jane Medrano. Upon deliberation, the joint committee found the following facts. Letter A, that barangay concerned has an annual budget of 2,076,362 pesos and 90 centavos, sourced from the 10% of the SK share of the barangay's 2026 general fund. The aforementioned budget was appropriated as follows. Objects of expenditures, as well as the corresponding amount. We have General Administration Program, 882,363 pesos and 63 centavos. Equitable Access to Quality Education, 130,000. Health, under Sports Development is 152,000. Environmental Protection, Climate Change Adaptation, Disaster Risk Reduction, Resiliency, and Agriculture, we have 120,000. And we have Youth Employment and Livelihood is 65,000, and Gender Sensitivity is 196,999 pesos and 27 centavos. Capability Building and Leadership Training, we have 470,000, agriculture 25,000, anti-drug abuse 35,000, and total expenditure program of 2,076,362 and 362 with 90 centavos. While, letter C, while traditional crafts such as crochet maintain a steady presence, the committee recommends that the SK provide more specialized support for youth within the food and culinary sector to significantly bolster their earning potential. To address concern that a 50-student target is insufficient, the program will transition from a single annual event to 4 symposium per year, ensuring a wider reach and more consistent engagement with the community. Letter D, to facilitate this expanded outreach, The committee has recommended the omission of meals and snacks for symposiums conducted during school hours by eliminating catering expenses. The SK can redirect these funds toward logistical requirements and resources needed to accommodate a larger and more frequent participant base. Letter E, in compliance with regulations prohibiting cash payments to speakers during office hours, the SK will shift toward providing tokens of appreciation or non-cash incentives. These tokens will serve as a formal gesture of gratitude for the expertise shared by the guest speakers while ensuring full adherence to administrative and fiscal reminders. And letter F, the chair emphasized that the defining legacy of the current ISKI leadership should be the robust support of small and micro businesses. This strategic focus aims to move beyond short-term activities, creating a lasting impact by empowering youth to transform culinary training into sustainable local enterprises. The recommendations with the foregoing considerations, and there have been no more discussions and or objections thereto, the joint committees agreed to recommend the following: to adopt this committee report, to pass a resolution approving calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan annual budget of Barangay Silway 8, and to consider the said resolution as one of the urgent measures into this session. This is supported by Honorable Ligaya Orbisido for and in behalf of the Chair, Honorable Angelique Costas. And it is being concurred by Honorable Salada, the Vice Chair of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations. We have also Honorable Joar Falcon, member of the Committee on Finance, and we have Honorable Baitos, member of the Committee on Finance, and Honorable Jerome Ante, Committee on Youth and Sports Development. So with Honorable Dave Amor, member of the Committee Youth, Sports and Development. So I move, Mr. Presiding.
Thank you, Honorable Orbisido. The said report is now adopted and we will take it as one of the urgent matters in today's session.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. And again, number 4 is the report of the Committee on Social Services and Senior Citizens Affairs. Subject, communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, dated October 1, 2025, requesting this August body for the passage of an ordinance establishing local mechanism to strengthen the implementation of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program for 4Ps, imposing penalties for violation thereof or other purposes.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Presiding. So this is the fourth committee report from the Committee on Social Services and Senior Citizens Affairs. The subject of which is the communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, dated October 1, 2025. Respectfully requesting the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan for the passage of an ordinance establishing local mechanism to strengthen the implementation of the Pantawid Pamilya Pilipino program, 4Ps, imposing penalties for violation thereof and for other purposes. Facts and findings. The above measure was referred to the hearing committee for review and proper action on October 6, 2025. A committee meeting was scheduled on November 26, 2025 at 9 o'clock in the morning at the SB Session Hall, SB Building, this municipality, for the consideration of the above-mentioned measure, and was attended by the committee members, Municipal Social Welfare and Development Officer, Municipal Link and Focal Person for Pantawid Pamilya Pilipino Program. That the above-mentioned measure proposed were formally referred to the Committee on Social Services and Senior Citizen Affairs for review, evaluation, and appropriate action. That the committee meeting was duly convened to deliberate on the proposed ordinance, attended by the committee members, concerned offices, and the designated focal person for child development workers and Senior Citizens Affairs. A communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor dated October 1, 2025 was referred to the committee, respectfully requesting the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan for the passage of an ordinance establishing a local mechanism to strengthen the implementation of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, including the imposition of penalties for violation and for other related purposes. Upon review and deliberation, the committee conducted discussion to further enhance the proposed ordinance and ensure its responsiveness to the needs of the beneficiaries and the community. The committee found it necessary to clearly specify the schedule of monthly meetings, including the date, time, and venue to ensure regular monitoring, coordination, and effective implementation, evaluation, and assessment of the 4Ps program at the local level. It was strongly emphasized during the deliberation that there must be a strict prohibition on the pawning of 4Ps cash card, as this practice undermines the purpose of the program. The committee further suggested that if feasible, a separate ordinance be crafted, especially addressing and penalizing the pawning of 4Ps cash card to strengthen enforcement. The committee also noted the importance of strengthening the selection process of beneficiaries, recommending that applicants undergo proper assessment through case studies or social case analysis to ensure that only qualified and deserving beneficiaries are included in the program. In addition, the committee emphasized the need to designate or provide grievance officer or a grievance mechanism to properly address complaints, concerns, and reports related to the implementation of the 4Ps program, thereby promoting transparency and accountability. Based on the foregoing discussions, the committee finds that there is a need to revisit and refine the draft ordinance on the establishment of a local mechanism for 4Ps implementation, incorporating all recommendations and suggestions raised during the deliberations which they complied. The committee acknowledged that the designated focal person has duly complied with all requirements and submitted the necessary document. There being no further correction or amendment, the committee hereby approves the subject matter as presented. Recommendation. With the foregoing consideration, the committee hereby recommends the following: to adopt this committee report and to pass a resolution and ordinance entitled, "A Resolution Approving the Ordinance Establishing Local Mechanism to Strengthen the Implementation of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, 4Ps imposing penalty for violation thereof and for other purposes, and an ordinance establishing local mechanism to strengthen the implementation of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, 4Ps imposing penalty for violation thereof and for other purposes, and be taken as in second reading in the next regular session." So prepared by yours truly as Chairman of the Committee on Social Services and Senior Citizen, concurred by Honorable Bilibert Baitos, Vice Chairperson, Committee on Social Services, also concurred by Honorable John Edward Elmayag, Member, Committee on Social Services, also signed by Honorable Jerome Ante, Members, Committee on Social Services, and Honorable Ligaya R. Visido, Member, Committee on Social Services. So I move for the adoption of the committee report, Mr. Presiding.
Thank you, Honorable Jovero. The said report is now adopted and we'll take it up for the second reading in the next regular session.
And for the last report it comes from the Committee on Tourism, Culture, History, and Arts. Subject, Barangay Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2026, of Barangay Kinilis, entitled an ordinance imposing an environmental fees on tourists visiting tourist areas within the jurisdiction of Barangay Kinilis, Polomolok South, Cotabato, and providing guidelines for its collection and Utilization.
Honorable Falcon.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Good morning, everyone. Third committee report on tourism, culture, history, and arts, facts and findings. The above-mentioned measure was referred to the herein committee for review and appropriate action on April 14, 2026. The committee conducted a meeting on April 15, 2026 at 10:40 in the morning at the SB Session Hall for the consideration of the aforementioned measure. The meeting was attended by the members of the committee, barangay officials of Barangay Kinilis, and a representative from the Municipal Tourism Office, and was presided over by the chairperson of the Committee on Tourism. During the deliberation of the barangay ordinance under review, it was emphasized that the number of tourists in Barangay Kinilis has increased. Consequently, the barangay deemed it necessary to institute tourism management measures, particularly through the imposition of an environmental fee. Such fee is intended to support tourist safety through the assignment of personnel, maintain cleanliness and preservation of attractions, and ensure environmental protection and sustainability within the area. It was noted during the deliberation that the barangay initially identified 2 tourist spots within its jurisdiction. The purpose of the ordinance is to provide assistance to these tourist sites by assigning barangay personnel, specifically to strengthen the implementation of safety and security measures for tourists visiting the area. Prior to the formulation of this ordinance, a consultative meeting was conducted with the owners and operators of the tourist spots regarding the proposed imposition of an environmental fee. Recommendations. With the foregoing consideration, the committee hereby recommends the following: to adopt this committee report. In view of the foregoing, the committee finds the ordinance to be beneficial and hereby recommends its approval, subject to the incorporation of the following amendments: that the term barangay shall refer solely to Barangay Kinilis where applicable, that the term barangay government under Section 2 and Section 4 be replaced with local government unit for consistency and clarity, that the definition of terms under Section 4 be expanded to include agri-tourism, that an environmental fee under Section 5 be standardized at 10 pesos per visitor regardless of the time of visit, that Section 6 shall clearly specify the particular tourist sites where fees shall be collected, that the barangay shall establish and maintain an official record of tourist arrivals to support tourism data and contribute to the development efforts of the municipality, and that under Section 8, the term health shall be included after safety to ensure the well-being of tourists. To pass a resolution approving the Barangay Ordinance number 2 of 2026 of Barangay Kinilis entitled An Ordinance Imposing an Environmental Fees on Tourists Visiting Tourist Areas within the jurisdiction of Barangay Kinilis, Polomolok, South Cotabato, and providing guidelines for its collection and utilization. Reported by yours truly, in lieu of Honorable Dave Amor as the chairperson, and concord by Angelique Costas, member, and Honorable Jerome Y. Ante.
Thank you, Honorable Falcon. The said report is now adopted and we will take it up as one of the urgent matters in today's session.
Okay, noted, Mr. Presiding. For the calendar of business, unfinished business, we have none. Business for the day, second reading, urgent matters. We have 9 items considered urgent. First of which is the communication from our municipal mayor requesting this august body for the immediate approval on the request to authorize a local chief executive to enter into, execute, and sign a MOA with the designated event supplier for the upcoming Polomolok Trail Run scheduled on September 5 to 6, 2026.
From the floor for the motion. Honorable Baitus. Honorable Orbisido. Sa trail run.
Good morning, Presiding. With regards to this request, just a clarification because the one requested this is yung trail, parang justice, ano yun? Is something? Justice. Just. Is this activity solely for all members of, kasi di ba si attorney, kung na nakita. Let me find. Kay Mayor. Ito. Memorandum of Agreement with the Municipality of Polomolok and Lady Justice Endurance Events. And this is requested by, one of the, Vanessa Hagoriles, now resident, Attorney Katrina Vanessa Hagoriles. Although, hindi, wala naman, is this open to all or only the, open to all?
I think it's open to all.
Open to
They're
all.
just the organizers.
Mr. Chair, can I ask
Yes, Honorable.
if this event is categorized as for AIDS? Kay willing mo kami ni Ate Guy mag-participate.
That is why I am asking, trail fun, wala namang age limit?
Nakakategorize.
Categorized? Sige.
Sige.
I think this is fun to be having this activity. I was supposed to be asking because there was a time when we had also our fun run ba yun? Last, was it okay? What's the result? We were not updated about it sa the fun run that we sponsored last time. Fun run. So, parang wala. But I hope this, considering that it is being initiated by Attorney, Attorney Katrina, and this is open to all, one of the attractions na naman for the coming Polomolok Festival.
Unless you want it to be, you want to refer this to the Committee on Tourism.
For me, if there is no question
Okay.
of the body, then
For the
we have
motion.
it urgent.
Yes, Honorable Jovero.
Mr. Presiding, I suggest that this be forwarded to the proper committee because when I read the MOA, wala man ganin nila ma-mention diri kung diin ang ila ruta, kung diin i-held ni base sa Marbil. Barangay Landan, they mention Barangay Landan, but so I think it's better to forward this to committees.
Okay. So, any more? Honorable Ante.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding. Yes, I agree with Honorable Bero. Kasi when I read the proposed MOA in page 2, number 3, declares and submit the list of actual numbers of runners and collection raised to the basis of 2% for the IP community. So meron siyang collection, Honorable Presiding. And I believe that the venue is in Landan. With due respect, as a representative of our indigenous peoples, I would like to express my support for this initiative. as it offers a meaningful opportunity to enhance the tourism and economic potential of Barangay Landa. No? In this regard, may I humbly request or i-incorporate natin yung tinatawag na FPIC or the Free and Prior Informed Consent duly secured in accordance with the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act and proper facilitated by the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, considering that the venue is within the Indigenous Peoples community. Ensuring this process will help guarantee that development moves forward in harmony within the protection of the rights and welfare of the Indigenous peoples. So, Honorable Presiding, I agree with Honorable Rubero to refer it in the proper committee for further discussion. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Honorable Ante. We will refer this to the concerned committee, SEC, Committee on Tourism and the IP. Yes. Yes, okay.
Tourism and IP.
Yes.
So this measure is referred to the Committee on Tourism and Indigenous People's Rights with the lead committee.
Will be the Committee on Tourism.
With the lead, the Committee on Tourism as the lead committee.
Thank you,
Number 2, urgent, is the request of our Honorable Mayor for the urgent passage of a resolution approving the Supplemental Annual Investment Program AIP number 2 for calendar year 2026 amounting to 751,468,000 pesos.
Honorable Hovero.
Thank you again, Mr. Presiding. So I move now to pass a resolution ordinance approving the annual investment program EIP 2026 supplemental budget number 2 amounting to 751,468,000 pesos in unanimous sponsorship. A resolution only. Okay, so will I pass for a resolution?
There's a standing motion on the floor. Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Orbisido and Honorable Octavio. The said resolution is now approved.
The number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6 urgent measures are the request of our municipal mayor for the adoption of the reversion of project from 20% LDF of 2026 construction of covered court at Purok Matulungin, Barangay Magsaysay to construction of covered court at Purok Pag-asa, Barangay Magsaysay amounting to 2,500,000 pesos, followed by the reversion of project from 20% LDF of 2026 construction of solar-powered water system at Purok 2, Barangay Polo to road concreting at Purok 1, Barangay Polo amounting to 4 million pesos. And then the reversion of project from the 20% LDF of 2026 installation of powered elevator, Polomolok General Hospital or PGH amounting to 9 million pesos to construction of public terminal at National Highway, Barangay Glamang at 3 million pesos, improvement of Municipal Plaza at Barangay Poblacion, 4 million pesos, and road concreting at Purok San Miguel, Barangay Poblacion, 2 million pesos. And lastly, reversion of project from 20% LDF, debt servicing, heavy equipment, interest expense for the year 2023, 2024, and 2025 amounting to 3 million pesos to construction of road concreting with line canal at Purok at Public Cemetery, Barangay Siloy 8 at 1 million pesos, and construction of pavilion at Public Cemetery, Barangay Siloy 8 at 2 million pesos.
Honorable Hovero, before the passage of the resolutions, I just have one question. I understand that the meeting already transpired during the Municipal Development Council. I just have a question for the fourth item. Is this allowed that we revert the debt servicing because as I understand, ito yung pambayad natin ng utang sa interest, no? Pwede ba yan gawin?
Actually, ang debt servicing naton na-include sa LDF sa 20% development fund. Now, this was covered 2023, 2024, and 2025. The debt servicing has already paid during that time. So we have still an remaining amount of 3 million. Kaya gi-revert na lang ni siya.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Javero, for the resolution. Motion.
Okay, so for the first subject matter, I move to pass a resolution reverting a resolution adopting the reversion of project from the 20% local development fund LDF of 2026 construction of covered court at Purok Matulungin, Barangay Magsaysay to construction of covered court at Purok Pag-asa, Barangay Magsaysay amounting to 2,500,000 pesos in unanimous sponsorship. Mr.
There's
Presiding.
standing motion on the floor, seconded by Honorable Baitus and Honorable Orbisido and Octavio. The said resolution is now approved.
Okay, for the second subject matter, Mr. Presiding, I move now to pass a resolution adopting the reversion of project from the 20% local development fund of 2026, construction of solar-powered water system at Purok 2, Barangay Pulo to road concreting at Purok 1, Barangay Pulo amounting to 4 million pesos in unanimous sponsorship again.
Motion duly seconded by Honorable Orbisido, Ante, Octavio, Baitus, and Honorable Falcon. The said resolution is now approved.
So next, I move now to pass a resolution adopting the reversion of project from the 20% local development fund of 2026, installation of powered elevator, Polomolok General Hospital, amounting to 9 million pesos, to construction of public terminal at National Highway, Barangay Paglamang, 3 million, improvement of Municipal Plaza at Barangay Poblacion, 4 million, and road concreting at Purok San Miguel, Barangay Poblacion, 2 million. In unanimous sponsorship again, Mr. Presiding.
Duly seconded by everyone on the floor. The said resolution is now approved.
So next, I move to pass a resolution adopting the reversion of project from the 20% local development fund of 2026 deep servicing heavy equipment interest expense 2023, 2024, and 2025 amounting to 3 million pesos to construction of road concreting with line canal at public cemetery, Barangay Silwa 8, and in the amount of 1 million, and construction of pavilion at public cemetery, Barangay Silwa 8, in the amount of 2 million in unanimous sponsorship.
Led by everyone on the floor, the said resolution is now approved. Next sec.
For the scheduled second reading, for number 7 and number 8 urgents are budgets, reports from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Committee on Barangay Affairs, covering fiscal year 2026 General Fund, Annual Budget of Barangay Canry Site, and also calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of Barangay Silway 8.
Honorable Javero. Honorable Bantuyan.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding. I move to pass a resolution declaring operational fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Canary Site, Polomolok South, Cotabato, amounting to 47,054,247 as embodied in its appropriation ordinance number 5 series of 2025. I so move.
Standing motion on the floor, seconded by everyone on the floor. The said resolution is now approved. Honorable for the SK. Motion for the
Mr. Presiding.
Honorable Orbisido.
I move to pass a resolution approving calendar year 2026 of the Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of Barangay Silway 8, Polomolok South, Cotabato, amounting to 2,076,302 pesos and 90 centavos.
Standing motion on the floor. Any second? Duly seconded by everyone. Said resolution is now approved.
And the last urgent is Barangay Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2026 of Barangay Kiniles, entitled an ordinance imposing an environmental fees on tourists visiting tourist areas within the jurisdiction of Barangay Kiniles, Polomolok South, Cotabato, and providing guidelines for its collection and utilization.
Honorable Falcon.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I move to pass a resolution approving the barangay ordinance of Barangay Kiniles entitled an ordinance imposing environmental fees on tourists visiting tourist areas within the jurisdiction of Barangay Kiniles, Polomolok South, Cotabato, and providing guidelines for its collection and utilization. So I move, Honorable Chair.
Standing motion. Duly seconded by Honorable Orbisido and Octavio. The said resolution is now approved.
For the third and final reading, we have a resolution, an ordinance, prescribing the policies and guidelines for the grant of cockpit or Galliera franchises in the municipality of Polomolok, province of South Cotabato, imposing franchise fees, regulatory fees, and business taxes, and providing penalties therefore, authored by Councilor Antonio B. Octavio.
Mr. Presiding.
Honorable Jovero.
Before we proceed to our third reading, with regard to this subject matter, I move to suspend the roll for a moment.
Okay. As the Vice Chair of the Committee on Rules, may we have the temporary suspension of the rules?
Okay.
for the third and final reading of the ordinance. Yes, let's go to votation. Nominal voting ba, Sec?
Not,
Motion na lang. Motion na lang.
For the votation, who? Okay. For those in favor of the ordinance, please raise your hand. Pwede, diretso na votation.
Okay.
For those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay.
there are 7 out of the 7 members of the floor, on the floor. And according to the local government code, or RA 7160, the approval of an ordinance such as this requires the majority of all the members of the Sangguniang Bayan. Considering that there were 7 who voted or unanimously voted, it is now compliant with what is with the requirement of the local government code, and is therefore validly approved.
Congratulations. Yes, Honorable Octavio. Mike.
Manifest, Mr. Chair, that Councilor Joar Falcon as my co-author for this cockpit ordinance, and sponsor are all committee members of the Joint Committee, the Committee on Games and Amusement, Committee on Rules, Good Government and Oversight, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, and the Committee on Economic Enterprise, Commerce, Trade and Industry. That's all, Mr. Presiding. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Octavio. Sec, for the
Yes.
manifestation of Honorable Octavio.
Noted,
Kindly
noted all. Duly noted, Mr. Presiding.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, next. Papakain ka, Kap?
Saka na, kaya hindi kayo nakaprepare. Baka hindi matapos ngayon.
Sec, for the next order of business.
for the unassigned business,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Wait. May I request for a 15-minute recess for the accommodation of Sir Rusty Jaime for the explanation with regards to the trail run. Ay, oo nga. No, Honorable Falcon requested for the accommodation.
Honorable Chair.
Let's have a 15-minute
Okay.
recess first.
So, ang gikuan na to kay ang concern ni atong sports coordinator.
We now proceed to the announcement.
Committee meeting tomorrow for the Committee on Cooperatives and Associations tomorrow, 9 a.m. Any more announcements? Okay. I now call this 38th regular session adjourned. For the closing prayer, may we have Honorable Buntuyan?
Okay, let us pray. Almighty God, as we conclude this session today, may we your guidance and wisdom to continue to lead us in our service to the people. Grant us the strength to make us decisions that are just and fair, and help us and always prioritize the well-being of our community. May we always be mindful of our responsibilities and duties as public servants, and we may work together in the harmony for the common good. Bless our constituents with peace, prosperity, and good health. As we adjourn to this session, we offer our gratitude and your guidance and your protections, and may your divine light confirms and illumines our path as we strive to create our better future for all. We ask all this in the holy name. Amen.